Supposedly it's springtime out here in Idaho, and we are putting these puppies on sale. So reduced prices coming at you. The reason we're so excited about the RVR is because of its drivetrain and engine, right? Awesome cargo capacity as well, but engine and transmission drivetrain all related to the Lancer evolution of the early 90s, right? They have the first and second generation, almost the same. The green one over here has a limited slip differential. This one over here, independent all the way around. And it handles incredible off-road, really grips up, spools up well with 220 horsepower. So it's a little rally van, still has a slider door on the side. And this thing is an incredible alternative for somebody who wants to get into the overlanding market, but really wants that top speed and fast acceleration. Just gonna pop the hood here, folks, show you exactly what's going on in here. This inline 4-cylinder is not only powerful, but reliable as well. And you can get every single part for this thing in the States. O'Reilly's, Napa, you can all order it right there with a quick part number translation. But we add in the cold air intake, right? This is a stock intercooler here, turbocharger down below. This thing pushes about 12 PSI from the turbo into its radical dual overhead cam setup here, 16 valves, folks. So I'll tell you what, pretty efficient setup here. And the get up and go is great, the top speed is great. And the mileage is just enough to really justify getting an overlanding vehicle that you can sleep in the back, right? I mean, this thing is just perfect for getting out there and enjoying your time on the road. This van was released in the States as the Mitsubishi Expo as a left-hand drive vehicle, right? So all of the drivetrain, engine components, everything underneath, body panels, all available in the States, right? And there were a bunch of add-ons that the Japanese domestic market had that we never got, such as the tire carrier over here that swings out, and like this body skirt, the lower step panels down there. All of these extra add-ons were something that was only released overseas. So these RVR super premium rain guards right there, so you can cruise down the road, have the window down and not get splashed during a rainstorm. And you know, so you wrap around towards the front here. Interesting stuff, like when you turn the blinker on, a bunch of light shines to that side of the car. Weird little headlight sprayers right here that actually work on this guy. Lots of power in those. And this bull bar clearly is gonna add a bit of a safety feature, right? So this thing comes stock as well with the floodlights. And so in terms of night riding, night driving, you know, mountain passes and whatnot, you kind of need that extra safety and visibility out there. This corner mirror here. So when you're in the driver's seat, you can actually look into this and you can see this, you know, the center line, the middle of the road, and keep yourself centered really well. So lots of cool add-ons for the RVR that were never released here in the States. Let's hop inside and I'll show you a couple things in here. So we've got the seat leaned down on the driver's side here, folks. Look at that recline. Right-hand drive, super premium Mitsubishi here, folks. 45,000 miles on the clock, 68,000 kilometers, and a red line of 7,000. This thing is awesome, right? And it's still in super good quality because of the people that owned it before. You can tell everybody really cared about this car. You come across the this side of the instrument cluster here, you've got temperature in Celsius out there, and you have a compass that's actually calibrating right now. And it's kind of great from, you know, 1993. This thing also clock on the left there, and just your basic controls for climate control and a stereo down below. But behind the shifter here, you know, you do have overdrive on and off there, but what's fun is you actually have full fold-in mirrors. So if I press this button, it's going to fold in the mirrors. If I go to this side, I can actually adjust my mirrors. So if you just look in the one on the right over there, check it out. Look at that, automatic folding mirrors, folks. So you know, when you're parking in a really tight spot, or you're going next to a tree or something, you want to knock it off, there you have it. And of course, the automatic transmission mode here, you've got sport mode and standard there, save some MPGs. This thing gets up to about 18 if you light on your foot, and it is incredibly fast off the line, I'll tell you what. But let's talk more about the rear cabin capabilities of the RVR. Popping into the back here via the sliding door, folks. Check it out, still a van. And I'll tell you what, these mesh seats, super comfortable, and they actually recline all the way back, right? It slides all the way forward on these tracks here down below. So you've got an incredible amount of adjustability back there. They fold down, they fold up, cargo capacity up the wazoo. You can see the super premium storage on the far side there underneath with a cup holder up top, right? So those doors close. And basically from that armrest on the far side there, measured over to the armrest over here, and then front to back, you can fit a twin cot in here. Twin size mattress type situation, right? Small, but you can definitely make 2 people in a dog fit. Storage underneath. So with the slightly smaller profile on the inside, yes, you do have some storage room, but you definitely need a full-size rack on top here. So Rocky mounts coming in with this guy, really good storage capacity. I threw on some first generation Yakima racks there, fit a few pairs of skis, folks. But I am stoked to use that board real quick, $1. I mean, I can't wait to get over to the ski resort. But come over here to the back. This full-size spare here, we're gonna swap out for the same Toyo tire that we have on the side there, but this guy swings out, which is real nice. Pop this puppy open, new rear struts on the back here, and you do have a 6 CD changer down there at the bottom and a DVD player that you could hook up to your own screen, but just enough storage area for those incredible weekend warrior trips, folks. And of course, if you need to get on top to your roof rack, there's a huge bench back here. It's kind of cool to have that extra foothold down below, right? And also, like, just when you're putting your boots on, it's nice to have a little bit of a bench. Before we let you go, let's give you a little taste of the experience of how good the RVR actually is on the road. Let's fire this puppy up and get out of here. So with the independent suspension, it feels pretty darn smooth going through all this really bumpy stuff. And the mud right here is definitely no problem. Even something way thicker than that, we'd be able to cruise through it just fine. A lot of ice in town right now, a lot of really uneven terrain, even on the little side roads here in Sun Valley. So as we're cruising along, this thing, you know, it feels great, right? And we're gonna hop out onto the highway right here and give it a little bit of gas. See how she feels with the acceleration. But really smooth even through the turns here. And even though it's a van body, really, there's not much roll left to right. Jumping over here. Gonna put the foot down. Yeah, the acceleration's great. Shifting at 6,000 right there, really smooth. 4-wheel disc brakes. Let's just come to a stop here. No problem at all. I mean, 60 to 0, also incredible with the 4-wheel disc brakes, front and back. And I really love driving this thing around. I've done a few long road trips in it, and the power getting A to B, merging onto traffic, coming off and on the highway. I mean, it's just really comfortable to be able to maneuver around in as a road trip vehicle. And when you get into loose terrain off-road, you really don't have any problems wherever you get to. With the 27-inch tires, it allows for a fair amount of ground clearance, right? So your approach angle is maybe not as good as the Delica, but this is a smaller, faster car. And with the maneuverability that this car has, there's other advantages. You can also still get over a lot of small 4-wheel drive situations around bigger rocks, and you're not going to get stuck in that thick mud. So what's really fun about what we've done to this thing is really just give it a little bit of a wider stance. And that's with our offset wheel options and a wider tire. We're about 1.5 inches wider than the stock tire that comes on this thing. And you can really feel that in the stability left to right. The wider rubber and soft rubber compound definitely absorbs a lot of the vibration on the road itself. And performance-wise, in the engine bay on the 4G63 turbo, performance-wise in the engine bay of the 4G63 turbo, we put a cold air intake and put in an exhaust all the way to the rear. So that side exit exhaust is a lot of fun. It definitely opens it up. It sounds great. The intake allows you to hear that blow off valve as soon as you shift gears. So let's see here. It's real light, but you feel and hear a little bit of a hiss from underneath the engine bay. So really fun to drive. really cruisy. And this thing's just an awesome option for somebody who wants a ride that is smooth, clean, and fast. That's what I'm talking about, folks. If you want to feel this RVR for yourself, it is RVR Mitsubishi Madness Month here at Nomadic Van. Come on over and check it out. In the meantime, I'm going snowboarding.